What that means is you will not be able to, you may end up in a dead zone where you're unable to raise another round because your previous valuation was too high. And then you got to do a down round. Down rounds are nasty. You got liquidation preferences, you got any dilution, the board composition changes, you're done. Very few companies survive, very few founders, I should say, survive a down round in a good way. It also means that if you have a very high valuation, the exits are sealed. If you raise money at a $100 million valuation, that thing has to go public or it has to be sold at a near public price. So you are essentially, every time you raise money, you are doubling down. And if you raise money at a high valuation, you're tripling down or quadrupling down. So the whole art of maximizing your valuation is a little overrated. If you're concerned about dilution, learn to run on less money, would be my advice. Okay. Next up, this one catches a lot of entrepreneurs by surprise, is the option pool shuffle, which is you basically go in, you negotiate your valuation, you think it is what it is, and it turns out it's not. Because there's a common practice in the VC industry, and I remember being shocked by it the first 2 or 3 times I saw it, which is that they say that you have to allocate an option pool for future hires. You have to allocate that before the money comes in, but it's calculated on a post-money basis. This is not that hard to back out. What you need to do is every time you get an offer, you need to have a little spreadsheet, and you need to convert it apples to apples. You need to back out the option pool. To give you an idea of how this can bite you, you could, for example, have a $6 million pre-money that you negotiated with some investor. And then they say, okay, well, we're putting in $4 million. They're like, but we want to reserve 25% of the company for future hires. We got to bring in the CEO, we got to bring this, we got to bring that. Okay, sounds reasonable. Well, 25% of the post-money company is actually $2.5 million worth of stock out of the 10. And since you were only worth 6 before the 4 came in, 2.5 out of 6 means that your real pre-money is 3.5 million, which is a lot lower than you expected. And especially if you're not comparing apples to apples, you may have a better term sheet lying around, you don't know it. But usually this is just a shock. The most common outcome I see here is one founder goes to negotiate the term sheet, the rest of them aren't paying attention. This founder negotiates the term sheet, then sees the option pool, then does the math, then realizes what happened, and it's very quiet. It doesn't say anything. This is a trap. Be careful on this one. I'm not saying it's a deliberate trap. I don't think that VC set a snare. It's just that this is the way business has always been done. They're used to it. It's an extremely simple piece of math, but entrepreneurs don't think that way until the second time when it's too late. Vesting. Vesting can be a very big issue. People get very emotional about it. It's my company. Wait a minute, if I'm vesting, that means I could get fired. I may not get all my stock. It is an issue, and it's a big issue if you don't control the board.